Hello, my name is Minister B. I'm just getting home from church, but I thought before I head inside, I'll just put together this short video clip. Just in regards to one of the points that was talked about on the show yesterday. Oh, by the way, all that stuff you can see in the back there, it's not mine. All that clutter, I don't drive around with loads of clutter in my car. Just doing a favour for my brother. However, back to the show. Yesterday we were talking about hard times and how hard times can affect you as an individual, positive or negative. The whole discussion was based around a story that was in the news a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, about a British cyclist called Vicky Barnes. Now, 2 years ago, Vicky had a horrific cycle accident during one of her races where she fractured a disc in her neck, fractured a disc in her lower back, dislocated her pelvis and had a slip disc as well in her neck, plus an open gash wound in her back. For all intents and purposes, her career was well and truly over. However, 2 years later, Vicky is back in the saddle and riding for the British team. Many of the doctors and experts that helped Vicky during her convalescence has called this a miracle. They've called it a miracle. They just never expected her even to walk again, for some, yet alone to be riding for the British team. However, 2 years later, she's preparing for the European Championships later on this year. But the thing that caught my attention in regards to this interview was what Vicky said. She said that during her convalescence, she experienced such levels of pain that now she was able to train harder, which in turn meant that she became stronger, which in turn means that she's now able to produce faster times. That just blew my mind, that she could go through all of that in terms of almost losing her career, and yet now that experience has made her a better person than she was before. Really quite intrigued by that. The Bible has something to say about these difficult situations that we experience in our lives. King David said, "God, it was good that you afflicted me, because it is there where I learnt your statutes, your ways." David himself recognized the benefit of going through difficult situations. The Bible says that in our weakness, God is made strong. And when we haven't got any solutions, we turn to him. Job also had a certain take on it, which is one that I really love. Job says, "You know the way that I take, and when you are through, I will come out like pure gold." Job said that God knows the way that he takes. Many times when we go through difficult situations, we ask the questions, why me? What's the purpose? What's the point of all the suffering that I'm going through? What is the reason behind it? And many times, you know what? We just never get an answer. So this is what Job done. Job says, "I haven't got the reason, and I don't know why, but God, I know you do. You know the way that I take, and if I'm able to stay with this process, when I'm through with it, I will come out like pure gold." So I want to take this opportunity just to encourage anybody who's going through hard times right now, stick with it. The Bible says weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Allow God to work with you through the process. When you come out, you will be like pure gold. This is Minister B. Tune in to my radio show next week, Saturday, 9 till 10 o'clock, www.crmk.co.uk. Stay blessed.